All right, just let some. I haven't done one of these in a while, but you know what I mean. Trying to keep the men motivated and the masses motivated. I'm not really gonna wait for people to get in here. I'm just gonna start talking about it, and then it'll be saved and available for people to rewatch after the fact. And I want to make this very, very short and sweet, and very, very, and very, very to the point. All right. I'm not trying to do that to flex. I just came from the gym, just trying to let out a little bit of. But anyways, everybody, okay, this is gonna be very short and sweet. I've been noticing something among tons and tons. Let me hide this. Like I don't want to see the chat right now. You guys want to? All right, jokes aside, let's get back to serious. Let's get back to topic here. All right, this is about my brothers, my fellow men, and something I've noticed amongst the majority of men, time and time again, in terms of taking action. Okay, so this is through my own pursuit of trying to achieve more in my life, whether it be physically, mentally, or financially. I've come to a step-by-step system mental traits that you need to sort of master to really go on to the next step and continue to your path of success, right? And what I noticed is, number one, you have to have an idea and you have to have ambition. So you have to, and I noticed that majority of men and all the men I know, whether it be friends, whether it be family, they don't lack ambition. They don't lack ideas. They don't lack creativity. They're very good at having passions or having ideas of wanting to be rich or dreams and wanting to do more. I feel that every single man, regardless of how society has suppressed masculinity and how society has killed testosterone, with men's testosterone dropping 50% in the last 40 years, I still feel that every man has this innate warrior spirit where they have this need to be better in whatever aspect or level of their life they wish. Okay, so that's number one. That's not the issue. I don't think the issue with men is their lack of ambition or their lack of wanting more. But what I've noticed is the second step, ambition is number one. The second step is what majority of men lack. And this is something that has been suppressed in the modern society and has been translated in the media as anger or a negative trait or violent, and men should not act this way. But it's actually the key for a man to pursue what he really wants, and that is aggression. Okay? The way I see it is, first you need ambition, then you need aggression to take action and act on your ambition. Then you need discipline, patience, and consistency to work day in and day out towards your goals, no matter the ups and downs that are going on with your emotions or your life. Okay? So, you guys can look at your friendship circles and you can look at your friends and family. Majority of your male friends don't lack ambition. They have ideas. They want to be rich. They have these passions. They wish they were doing this. They wish they were doing that. It's not the lack of dreaming. It's not the lack of creativity. It's a lack of aggression that stops them from ever taking action. So you might be asking me, Jeev, what is this male aggression? The only aggression I know is anger. The only aggression I know is potential violence. That's what I've been told in society. That's how they label aggression. That's the only aggression I know. And I'm going to give you my definition of male aggression and how it can be used in a positive fashion. Think about a lion or think about some predator on the hunt, right? That predator is on the hunt for its prey. It's not angry. It's not in some type of negative mind state. It simply has a plan of attack. It has a tunnel vision focus and it needs to eat. So it takes aggression for that predator to go on the hunt and hunt its prey, like a lion on the hunt or a shark going for what it needs to go, right? And the way I can best describe this is male aggression is a combination of confidence, authority for what you want and having a backbone and not listening to the opinions of others, excitement and motivation, all bundled up into this innate warrior spirit that you can't suppress, that forces you to take action, okay? The issue is, in our modern society, male aggression has been extremely suppressed. what we're noticing is men are far more emotional and hyper emotional and feminine than they used to be 20 years ago, 50 years ago, even 10 years ago. The generations are becoming more and more hypersensitive and more thinking emotionally rather than exerting their masculinity and thinking logically, okay? Now, this is a big issue because we're seeing the scientific negative impacts on our boys and men due to this behavior and due to this consumerism conditioning. What are you guys noticing with boys and men in the modern day? You may notice that suicide rates, depression, and other mental illnesses are spiking through the roof, and suicide rates in men are going up exponentially. This is because men, like I told you, any man has a natural innate desire to be a better version of himself and live a more fulfilling life. This does not mean you have to chase riches or chase money. It just means that you are on a constant pursuit of bettering yourself and being better in whatever level or aspect of your life, whether it's financial, spiritual, physical, or whatever it may be, right? Or mentally, you are constantly improving yourself. You don't have to be a billionaire. You don't have to be some type of tyrant or conqueror, but you want to be a warrior or a king within your own right, right? It's like an RPG game. You're constantly improving different aspects of your life. When a man is on that path of self-improvement and is constantly improving his various aspects of his life, exerting his masculinity and aggression, he is happier. He is more fulfilled. He has higher confidence. His testosterone goes up. He's taking care of himself better physically. He's taking care of himself better financially in what he eats and consumes, right? Because just like anything, repetition is what's needed to develop a good habit, but it's the same repetition that develops bad habits. And nowadays in the modern society, it is 10 times easier to develop bad habits because bad habits are associated with short-term satisfactions and dopamine rushes to your brain. Whether it be scrolling on social media all day for endless periods of the day, wasting your time there, scrolling on porn and watching porn and jerking off and busting nuts in your sock all day, whether it be depending on the media you're consuming, depending on the food you're consuming, depending on the physical activity you exert, you will put yourself in a very destructive cycle of repetition where only thing you're doing is wasting yourself away. You may be going through school, you may go get a generic job, but what are you doing with those 4 to 8 hours after your job? You're most likely feeding a destructive habit or destructive lifestyle, whether it be lack of exercise, whether it be poor diet, and whether it be the media you're consuming. One of the biggest neglected factors when I see male self-improvement is that they focus a lot on what's easy to see, such as physical consumption of what you eat. That's very easy to track. And it's also very easy to track your physical activity. You know if you went to work out, and you know how much physical activity you're doing in relation to your lifestyle and body. What's a lot harder to track and what's a lot harder for the majority to understand is what you mentally and visually consume with your stimuli 24/7 around the clock. And for the majority of society and the majority of men, they're on social media getting all these false expectations and lifestyles fed to them. They're on these various apps. They're on Tinder, these dating apps, or porn, video games. And unless you're monetizing any of these various platforms, all you're doing is training yourself to be a consumer and be a zombie. Okay? So going back to all of that, what I want you to do as a man is fuck all the naysayers, fuck what media is telling you, go back into your heart and find that warrior spirit, that Super Saiyan spirit, that spirit of a king and conqueror, and have that aggression to go after what you want. Now remember, aggression is not violence or anger. Aggression is a backbone and authority for what you want, meaning you're not going to let people tell you otherwise. You have your goals in mind. You have your dreams in mind. Now it's time to start working for that. You have to have that backbone and authority for what you want. You have to have the confidence and tunnel vision to focus on those goals regardless of your emotions or feelings. And that aggression that I'm trying to teach you guys, you don't have to start sprinting. You don't have to start $1 million business. You just have to take the active steps forward to improve yourself in those various aspects of your life. So for anybody who's been feeling like, I want to do more, but I don't know where to start. Start anywhere. Take that first step. If you're a fat motherfucker right now and you're saying, oh, working out's too hard, all this is too hard, roll over your fat ass right now, go on the floor and start with 10 push-ups. That is the aggression to go past your emotions, to go past your doubt, to go past your feelings and insecurities and go after what you actually want, which is a better body or feeling better within yourself physically and health and what you're consuming, right? So this goes hand in hand with a lot of the masculinity webinars, and I don't want to make this too long. I really only want to make this 10, 15 minutes and then maybe answer a few questions or give people a few tips if they need it. But please understand, the modern society has suppressed masculinity and suppressed aggression for a reason. The one percenters, the corporations, the government, they don't want strong-willed, thinking, free-thinking, logical, independent, courageous men. They don't want that. They don't want men who are not dependent on the government and are independent by themselves. Why would they want that? They want you to be as dumbed down as possible, as fat as possible, as depressed as possible, as sad as possible, but still working and chugging away, feeding the corporations and feeding the 1%. Because all you end up doing is feeding the corporations through your poor consumption and diet, through your poor choices in activity, whether it's gaming on, whether it's playing needless video games or on porn, like I said, or scrolling social media all day. All you're doing is destroying yourself mentally, physically, and financially, but putting money, data, information, and your time and awareness into the pockets and into the control of the 1% and the ones who run the world, okay? So I don't want to make this too long, but a lot of my brothers, a lot of my fellow men out there, they all have that warrior spirit in them. They all have that fire in them deep within their soul. It might be a candle flame right now, but it's still fucking there as a man. All right? So I just want to give you that tip that you might have that ambition, but if you do not take action, if you do not develop that aggression as a man to have the authority to go after what you want, to take those steps forward, you will forever deteriorate and you will forever waste away until the day you die, and you will go to the grave with regrets. All right? So I was just talking to, oh shit, I was just talking to a few boys. About this, but I just want to make sure, all you guys, this isn't like, I'm not trying to show off. I just want to motivate my fellow brothers in a society that's trying to fucking suppress us. In a society that's trying to make us into simps. In a society that's trying to make us into mindless zombies, scrolling on our phones 24/7, feeding all these fucking advertisements, marketing companies, social media lies, false expectations. It's toxic, all right? I just want to give you guys the opportunity and to understand there are people who are on the same level as you in the same mindset who want more, and we have to surround ourselves with people like that. And for any man who has the ambition, now develop your aggression. A great example I can give of aggression is people who have been working out for years and going to the gym. When you're bodybuilding or when you're weightlifting and when you're in the gym, your focus is just on the weights. Your focus is on your exercise. You might have a straight face, you might be hoodied up, but you're like a lion on the hunt. You're like a tiger going after its prey. You're not angry at the world. You're not violent, but you have a certain authority for what you're doing in there, tunnel vision for what you're going after. You're motivated, and you know you got to get that workout done. If you can take that same mentality you have within working out and translate it to other aspects of your life in terms of what you physically consume in your diet, as well as what you mentally consume, and you start bringing value to yourself, think about how unstoppable of a man you will be. Think about what a fucking Spartan warrior you will be. Think about how no one could ever tell you shit or tell you otherwise about your decisions. You're making your decisions. You're taking that control in your life, right? And this isn't to be like some fake motivational shit, like follow me, you know what I mean? I'll help you change your guy's life. No, it's none of that bullshit. It's just, I'm noticing men are getting weaker and weaker, both mentally and physically, and that is sad to see with my fellow brothers. It's sad to see men turning into simps. It's sad to see men wasting away their life, getting fatter, like not taking care of themselves, mentally deteriorating away, not learning anything. Remember, there's two supercomputers at our disposal. One is in my hand right now where I can go find out information about any industry, topic, or anything I wish. If I want to go learn about astrophysics or engineering, I can literally go to Google and start somewhere and start diving into that industry and learning about it. And the other supercomputer is in here. Just like you might have a computer, it matters about what you're saving on that computer or how you're using it, right? It matters how you're conditioning your brain. And the one percenters, the corporations who run the world, they want us dumbed down. They want us weak. They want us scared. They want us mentally ill. They want us on all these pharmaceuticals, eating like shit, going through that circle, feeding the 1%. When you're constantly consuming to feed yourself, to go through and pay your bills, to pay your taxes, and then you go to have this alcohol, or you go to smoke this weed, or you go to have this drug, then you go have these health side effects, and you go to big pharma, and you go to the doctors, and then it's just a big circle of us deteriorating ourselves like farm animals and feeding the farmers, all right? I just want some of us to wake the fuck up and take advantage of that aggression. Again, male aggression is not anger, it's not vengeful, it's not resentment, it's not violent. Male aggression is what we need to take action on those hopes and dreams that we have. Now, is the path towards success or developing yourself an easy one? No. It's 10 times harder than going towards the bad habits or short-term satisfactions. Going towards the short-term satisfactions is fucking easy. It's fucking easy to go drink something and have some alcohol. It's fucking easy to skip the gym. It's fucking easy to stay on your phone and scroll all day. Everything that is easy and gives you a short-term dopamine hit and is designed to be that way destroys you in the long term. All right? So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to make sure people are not confused with male aggression, okay? Aggression is not violence. Aggression is what the majority of you will need to take action in your life finally. All right? So I don't want to make this too long. If you guys got any questions, you can let me know here. Yeah, I don't shave too much. I just came from the gym. I've been cutting back my marijuana use. If you guys watch the substance abuse human substance webinar, I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? I make a lot of mistakes. I'm still learning about myself. I'm still going through that trial and error process. You know what I mean? I'm trying to obviously cut down my marijuana use. One of the substances I use a lot is marijuana, as well as caffeine through pre-workout when I go to the gym. But other than that, I just want you guys to fucking take care of yourselves, have that confidence, and know you're not alone, all right? My fellow men, my fellow brothers, my fellow fucking warriors, my fellow fucking Saiyans, all right? I don't care how you want to view yourself. I don't care what fantasy you have of the king or conqueror you want to be. Keep that shit alive. Don't let social media put you down. Don't let people tell you otherwise. Work on yourself every fucking day, all right? You guys got that? I don't want to make this too long. I'm going to see you guys later. I'm not going to flex again. No, sorry. Stop. But that's it. If you guys follow the other educational webinars as well on masculinity as well as developing yourself, then you'll understand what I'm trying to talk about here. But remember, majority of men, they all have dreams, they all have hopes, they all want to do more, they all have the ambition. But then after the ambition, you need the aggression. The aggression to take action. Me, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm Superman or something like that. I have the ambition. I have the aggression. You guys see me take action in all aspects of my life. Now, I'm working on discipline and patience. The way I see it is you need ambition, then aggression, then the discipline and patience to work on your goals day in and day out, no matter what's going on in your life, and that leads to consistency and success. The way I see the stages, I'm past the ambition and aggression stage because I don't have a fear to go after what I want or to take charge in my life, and I have that authority. But I'm lacking discipline and patience. I need to further better my discipline and patience. One of the ways I'm trying to develop my discipline is by quitting marijuana, is by quitting weed. And you know what I mean? Because if I can quit this substance that I've had a habit with since I was 18, it's gonna test my discipline. It's gonna test my discipline and my patience, right? But I'm at that stage. And all of these And remember, most of you guys who watch me are traders. Most of you guys are traders or want to be traders. One of the biggest factors in trading for a manual retail trader is, of course, emotions and psychology, right? So understand all of these, everything I'm, god damn, holy, his shoulder's pretty wide. Everything I'm telling you guys here is gonna translate into your trading 1,000%. All right, everything I'm telling you guys here, if you develop yourself physically, if you eat better, if you consume more valuable material, you're good. It's all this is gonna translate into your trading. All right, I don't want to make this too long. I love you guys, my fellow men, my fellow warriors. I'm not trying to chirp anybody. I'm not trying to put anybody down. I just want you guys to be the best you can possibly be. As cheesy and corny as that sounds, I'm being fucking dead serious. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna end this here, and I'll see all you guys later. All right.